Hello again, everybody, and welcome out to the Nightmare Factory Showcase number 13. I'm Brandon Benefield alongside Gerard Bonner and Jordy, and boys, we got a great card lined up.
I'm so excited to see some tremendous talent tonight, boys.
Listen, Eminem said that you only get one shot in life tonight. These amazing campers take their one shot to step into their destiny. Let's get into Student Showcase number 13.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Nightmare Factory Student Showcase. We have students going to be out here tonight doing their thing, y'all. They have been in this training class for 12 hard weeks, and we're going to see what they learned. You guys ready? I need you to cheer. I need you to boo. I need you to do all you can to make some noise in this place, all right? You ready? Yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall.
Well, fellas, we've seen Jimmy Wild a couple of times at the student showcases. He is no stranger. He'll be taking on a debut here tonight, but it's going to be a good one, boys.
Yeah, it should be a great one. Here it is. He's a student of Camp 7. We'll tell you more about Jimmy Wild in just a few minutes.
And his opponent. Weighing in at 180 pounds from Tampa Bay, Florida, Thunderbird!
Well, Thunderbird is an amazing new talent here, and this is one of the cool things about the Student Showcase. Those of you who have watched us before, you know you get the opportunity to see these students have their debut match in the business, and that's what we're seeing here tonight with Thunderbird. You're having a good time over there.
Man, listen, I've never seen this man before, but I'm getting jiggy with it.
Jordy is into this theme music here.
Clearly. Let's hope he excites you just that much during this contest. Looking forward to seeing what Thunderbird's going to do here in his debut against Jimmy Wild.
All right. Who's for the bell?
Our official Paul Santa drawing the straw for the first matchup here calls for the bell.
You know, the challenge about these kinds of matches, and if you've tuned into these student showcases before, you know that we're going to see brand new students sometimes take on each other or take on veterans of the Nightmare Factory. And Jimmy Wild, he might get the record for some of the most appearances. He first appeared in Camp 7, and he's done 3 camps since then, or 3 showcases. This is number 4.
Absolutely. Quick go behind. Bad return there from Jimmy Wild. You heard Jimmy Wild getting into it with the crowd here in the action building. Clearly not making any friends.
No, and he's never been interested in making friends when it comes to these moments. And you've got to think, anytime someone comes from a previous camp to compete at a student showcase, I think the pressure's really on them to be able to win and leave an impression with this crowd.
The Thunderbird returns a favor there. Similar series of moves. Quick roll up, but just a 2 count.
Listen here, if you're in this business, you're not here to make friends.
Quick backslide, hang on.
Down to 2.
You're here to be seen and heard in this profession.
Absolutely, and Jimmy Wild now with the advantage, going to send Thunderbird across. No, quick reversal by Thunderbird. Thunderbird, nice arm drag, takes down Jimmy Wild hard, lower back. You see the look on his face. He's hold that lower spine, and now a shotgun drop kick there from Thunderbird.
You know, one of the things that's so interesting about these student showcases, as he's screaming thunder there, one of the challenges here is these are, you know, for many of them, their first match. So, you know, can you imagine the pressure of having to be in front of this crowd, some of which family and friends, and of course a host of others watching right now on YouTube, the pressure that can come from being in front of those particular people trying to make decisions in the moment.
Absolutely, and that's what's interesting to watch about these new young up-and-comers coming through the camp. They've had 12 weeks of experience. Some of them never wrestled before. We are going to see some tonight that have a little prior experience.
Right.
But some of these guys having their very first match here tonight, to your point, GP, how are they going to adapt? How are they going to make those quick, last-minute decisions in the ring?
Listen, when we were setting up, I saw some of the talent tonight. Boy, am I excited for this show.
Well, I'll tell you what, Thunderbird right now is getting taught a lesson there by the far more experienced Jimmy Wild.
Pin attempt here.
Count of 2. Thunderbird is going to have to really lean on his training. And again, this is where it's interesting. You know, it's like I think everybody can relate to going to class and learning, you know, what are the concepts, what are the ideas, but then there's that point when you go into the lab and you actually have to apply it. That's the challenge that Thunderbird is having right now. And we're going to see how well he can put 2 and 2 together.
See, Jimmy Wild really got that chin lock applied very tight as Thunderbird finally makes it back up to his feet. Look at the strength of Thunderbird here, breaking free of that hold. But a clubbing forearm right to the back takes down Thunderbird once again.
Yeah, I think Thunderbird may have forgotten his name at this point. Might not be feeling like thunder and lightning, but certainly could feel like a storm is brewing thanks to Jimmy Wild.
What a clothesline there from Jimmy Wild. Will he go for a pin here? Yeah, lateral press, hooks the outside leg. Not going to be enough. Kick out at 2.
You know, the challenge for Jimmy Wild in this space is to not get overconfident. You know, when you've had the opportunity, this audience saying that he's not wild, I'd actually beg to differ because of the level of experience that he's been able to get. He's certainly in the driver's seat in this match, and you got to think he's got the advantage over Thunderbird.
Yeah, this crowd really giving Jimmy Wild the business. Oh, back elbow there from Thunderbird right to the teeth of Wild.
Thunderbird managed to get some defense up with that elbow, but he wasn't able to maintain that, and Wild takes advantage again with a short arm clothesline.
Again, going to go for a back press this time. Little lackadaisical on that pin, though.
Absolutely, and Jimmy Wild could grow to regret that at this point.
Overconfidence will hurt him. That's the only problem with being overconfident in this business.
Well, now, okay, let's talk about overconfidence versus actual confidence. Don't you think he would need a large degree of confidence to be in this ring right now?
Absolutely. But with being a veteran in this industry, and especially in the showcase, right, you have the ability to not just be confident, but overconfident. And if you're too overconfident, it will hurt you.
How? Tell us how.
Well, think about it. If you're overconfident, you could mess up. You could think you're outthinking your opponent, but in reality, your opponent is one step ahead of you because you feel like you know better. When in reality, your opponent might know better than you.
Well, let's see if indeed Thunderbird knows better than Jimmy Wild, as Thunderbird has certainly turned the tide, and now he's getting the advantage here with a nice drop kick.
Thunderbird back on the attack once again, and kind of to your point there, Jordy. You got some of these guys, he's been in 3 showcases already, and sometimes these guys, they come in, it's a competition. They don't want the brand new
almost like a rolling
showcase.
thunder there. Sorry to interrupt.
Penitent here, hook of the outside leg.
Count of 2.
Another 2 count there. Jimmy Wild fires up that right shoulder, but you don't want the new guys to outshine you. And you know, Jimmy Wild, for instance, been here 3 showcases already. He's not going to want this new guy coming in here and showing him up. And yeah, to your point, you can't take him too lightly. And that's where he's got to be careful because, as we're seeing right now, Thunderbird was on the, he was on the comeback briefly, and now he just had a foot to the face. Now is Jimmy Wild going to send him up for another suplex?
And this is part of the challenge of, again, what you're doing in class versus what you do in an actual match. Count of 2.
Oh, we go!
Wow.
How about that?
What'd I tell you, boys?
Here's your song again, Jordy.
Hey.
I gotta tell you, I did not see that one coming.
Well,
and just like that, Thunderbird with a quick roll-up and a quick win.
And herein, you could make the argument overconfidence may have shown up, or maybe, just maybe, Thunderbird slipped in for all he needed, which is just to be better for 3 seconds, as opposed to being overall better. Congratulations to Thunderbird getting a win here in his debut match in the pro wrestling business.
Stay with us, fans. We got a lot more to go here at Showcase number 13.
Thank God.
Making their way to the ring, weighing in a combined weight of 350 pounds, the team of Michael Solar and TJ Flowers, Solar Flowers!
is Michael Solar, who is the Solar Superstar, teaming up with the brand new TJ Flowers. And I mean, the name makes sense. They got matching gear. I'm here for it.
You're here for it. This crowd did not seem to take to him too kindly.
This is the funny thing about Solar. He calls himself the Superstar, but doesn't seem to have any fans. Don't you have to have fans if you're a superstar?
Yeah, he's really giving the crowd
supposed to.
an earful, but we'll see what kind of tag team they make here when they face our team that's coming out right now.
Their way to the ring with a combined weight of 370 pounds. The team of Elvis, Simpson, and Scott.
So this very unique team here of Cole Scott and Elvis Simpson, going to be interesting to see how they work together against this team of Solar Flowers. You know, it's interesting, when you have matching gear and a team name, it almost seems like you would be together and have a bit of continuity. I don't know if we're gonna see that tag team continuity from Solar Flowers, but I'm very interested to see what we see from Cole Scott and Elvis Simpson. You can see Elvis Simpson has the silver trunks, and Cole Scott has the face paint and the sunglasses.
I was gonna say, it's interesting. You don't normally see somebody with face paint and sunglasses.
Yeah, that's kind of like a mask on a mask.
Cole Scott's wearing both, rocking both here tonight.
He's got Metallica on, he's got the chain, he's got the leopard prints. It's gonna be interesting.
Is that a cow or is that like Dalmatian?
Yeah, it's giving me Chick-fil-A right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds good.
Eat more chicken. Well, here we go. Looks like we're going to have TJ Flowers and Cole Scott starting things out for their teams here. Quick collar and elbow tie-up, center of the ring. Both guys, size-wise, look to be about the same.
Absolutely, and both of them are experiencing their first match here tonight, so this ought to be very, very interesting.
Cole Scott into the ropes, ducks a clothesline. Big shoulder tackle from Cole Scott, takes down Flowers.
Scott certainly seems to be the quicker of the two here in this matchup.
Scott back up to his feet. Flowers now back up. There's a blind tag.
In comes Elvis Simpson.
Elvis Simpson wearing the flashy trunks there. Got the flashy knee pads. Double axe handle down on the arm.
Well, the name is Elvis, and he would be from the home of Graceland. That would be Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, of course, having a very rich wrestling history. Count of two.
Count of two. There's Flowers able to kick out. Desperately needs to make a tag right now. Solar on the opposite corner, but this young team here of Cole Scott and Elvis Simpson doing a great job of cutting the ring in half.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this because Solar Flowers is the team that's dressed alike. They're the team with a team name.
Oh, big flapjack there to Michael Solar.
But we're seeing the continuity between Scott and Simpson here.
Double drop kick. How about that? Both members of Solar Flowers hit hard and roll to the outside.
We love to see this happen here for Cole Scott and Elvis Simpson.
Oh, look at this, Solar back in. But I don't know if he ever got officially tagged in, or maybe I missed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did or not. Well, maybe he didn't.
Don't really matter there. Oh, a little collision there in the center of the ring. I'm not sure if Flowers got all of it, but he's going to go for a pin here. But Scott able to kick out at two.
Well, where that worked for Flowers is Flowers caught him by surprise, and by catching his opponent by surprise, that was able to get the desired result. And now he's in control. Beautiful snap suplex there.
You see Scott holding the lower spine right there as he hit hard on that snap suplex. And Flowers doing a little trash talk here.
Well, not just that.
There he goes. Man, now he's going to make a tag, perhaps.
And here it is. It's interesting. Michael Solar, who, of course, we saw his first match several camps ago, now serves as the veteran of this tag team here. And you can see he's kind of enjoying being in that veteran space.
Yeah, with Solar, we've seen multiple kind of versions of Michael Solar over the last couple of years here at the showcases. And now we've seen more lately this aggressive side pin attempt here.
It is certainly the evolution of Michael Solar, and as he's continuing to find himself and, figure out what he wants to do in this business, he has certainly gained an aggressive edge.
Cole Scott trying to fight back with those body shots, trying to get back to his feet. Finally gets the vertical base, but he gets taken right back down with a clubbing forearm right to the spine from Solar.
Cole Scott, an amateur wrestling and baseball background. It's an interesting story about Cole Scott because he lost actually 70 pounds to prepare here for the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah, great story for Scott there as he really wanted to make it to the Nightmare Factory, wanted to make it to Camp 13. And yeah, like you said, 70 pounds. I mean, that's a huge difference, folks. A lot of people might not realize that, but I mean, he really put in the work to get here and do the work to graduate here at Camp 13.
70 pounds, that's a whole meal.
Yeah, I mean, that's
it is.
That's a lot. Big scoop slam there from Flowers. Flowers into the ropes. What's he looking for here is, Scott, though, wisely rolling out of the way.
You know, part of what I wonder in thinking about big elbow. Whoa! He stuck all of that.
Look at the airtime. Penitent here, hooks both legs. Still just a 2 count.
You know, in thinking about Cole Scott and these 70 pounds, I wonder, you know, how that has changed his comfort level with his own body. You know, when you lose that much weight, you have to really readjust a lot of things, not just your clothes, but how you move, how you operate. And it makes me wonder now if he lost anything in the strength department, if he's still getting adjusted. We're finding that out right now.
Good question. As Solar tagged back in and right away eats a back elbow, as does Flowers on the outside. Oh, Cole Scott almost made a tag, but Solar cut him off halfway.
One thing I've noticed about Solar, I've been here for the last 3 showcases. One thing I've noticed about Solar is his aggression has also changed his wrestling repertoire.
Absolutely.
His moveset has changed. His wrestling ability has changed. Aggression can change a man, both mentally and physically within the ring.
Little miscommunication there with Solar Flowers, but Flowers now back in.
Well, one thing I'll give to Flowers is he's committed to sticking this. He keeps trying that particular move because he wants to land it. And again, that's one of the things when you are a he took out his aggression right there on Elvis.
Yeah, Simpson just hit hard out on the concrete floor.
Hit him with a hunk of burning love.
Now Flowers firmly in control of Cole Scott here. Another snap suplex, center of the ring. Really working on that lower back of Scott. Another pin attempt here. Hooks both legs once again, but again, just a 2 count, says Lou Santiago, our official.
Here's one of the most impressive things that I'm seeing with TJ Flowers. Flowers may make a mistake or not land something the way he wants, but he rebounds very, very quickly. And I think that's very important in this sport. If something doesn't work, be willing to try something else. And now we're about to see him fly.
Going all the way up to the tippy top. High rent district, what's he got in mind? Frog splash! But nobody home as Cole Scott able to roll out of the way just in time.
He got some big air time and hang time there, but nobody was in the pool. And here it is, the question, can Cole Scott get over to his partner Elvis Simpson and make that all-important tag?
He just has to reach for the tag.
Both competitors now desperately trying to reach their partners. Simpson on one side, Solar on the other. Reaching out, finally get tagged in, and oh, what a clothesline there from Simpson.
Elvis Simpson
just loosened some teeth on Solar there with a picture-perfect dropkick.
Simpson certainly has the height advantage in this match, the reach advantage, and you could argue the strength advantage as well. And he's knocked Solar loopy with a beautiful back suplex there.
Pin attempt.
Count of 2.
Another 2 count. Solar barely able to kick out though. But you're right, GB, that back suplex, man, that had some stank on it.
It certainly did, and again, we're seeing the repertoire of these incredible new students.
Oh, look out.
But there was another plan, and nicely done there by TJ Flowers.
Great head scissors there as he was. Spear from Cole Scott.
Cole Scott got all of that one.
Solar with a power slam, the Solar power slam.
My favorite move.
Now Solar John with his crowd here as Cole Scott in trouble, eating the right hands from Michael Solar, but back in the ring, Simpson now.
Oh, Solar got caught.
Perhaps looking for a razor's edge out of the corner.
He got all of that one.
And now Simpson, the legal man with the pin here.
Elvis got him.
How about that?
That's how it's done.
Wow.
Great teamwork there from Elvis Simpson and Cole Scott. I think these guys have a very, very bright future in our business. Again, a great story for both of these guys, and it's interesting to see where they will go in the future.
You know, and again, folks, we're seeing a lot of these competitors have their very first matches here. A lot of debuts here tonight for Camp 13. And man, what a match, what a win for those guys.
Absolutely. We've got more of Student Showcase 13 on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for 1 fall. hero, Sergeant Ryan James!
Sergeant Ryan James, of course, accompanied by Atlanta's finest manager extraordinaire, that Shantikleer in the white suit there, looking oh so handsome. And of course, Sergeant Ryan James, I tell you, he calls himself the American hero. I tried to talk to him backstage, thank him for his service.
Yeah.
The guy cussed me out.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very happy, and Shantikleer has something to say.
Well. Shame on every single solitary person in this establishment. You all should be cheering this man. This man has been beaten, battered, bruised, broken, just so you can sit on your fat behind and boo us and disrespect us. This is what you do. This is Sergeant Ryan James. He is a trained assassin. He is an ex-Marine. Shut up!
Wow.
Good Lord.
As for his opponent, Tony Flamethrower, you're really athletic. You're extremely talented. You're extremely gifted. But you're about to get that flame extremely extinguished. I am Shantikleer. It's showtime!
And rightly so. I mean, you heard the way he was talking to the crowd here. As we await the opponent for Sergeant Ryan James.
His opponent making his way to the ring, weighing in at 230 pounds, from Athens, Georgia, Tony Flamethrower!
Well, Tony Flamethrower making his way in his very first match, and I think he's got his work cut out for him after all that we heard from Shantikleer, and as he ran through the resume of Sergeant Ryan James, a great challenge here for Mr. Flamethrower.
Wow, you hear the crowd here chanting, "Throw the flame," firmly behind Flamethrower here.
And Flamethrower hasn't said a word.
Ryan James.
Very stoic Flamethrower here. Now trading some jabs here, some verbal jabs.
What are they calling it?
Oh, private pile, all right.
Private pile, wow.
And Ryan James not too happy about it. Neither is Shantikleer. Looks livid on the outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, it's very odd to not cheer for someone who has served in the U.S. Armed Forces. I mean, it feels like that's an automatic badge of honor, but he doesn't seem too happy about his service.
Well, here's the thing. Like I mentioned, I talked to him before the show. I tried to thank him backstage. His first time meeting the guy.
Yeah.
You know, he spent over a year in Afghanistan. He's been shot at. He's been blown up.
Wow.
He said he's got so much metal in his body from different surgeries, different pins, different plates all over.
Yeah.
And, then he just kind of looked at me, cussed me out, shoved me out of the way. I'm like, what's with this guy? And then Shantikleer, he just kind of looked at me, rolled his eyes. These guys, I don't know, they really not making friends out here.
So working in that particular space, you know, in the military, it can either make you very happy or it can harden you. And it's very clear that that's what happened here to Sergeant James. Meanwhile, we're getting to see what Flamethrower can do, as both of these guys are really kind of experiencing their first matchup here. So it's exciting to see how they'll really come together.
I'm just looking for the flame.
Oh, see if he throws the flame. Oh, quick schoolboy roll up. Will it be enough? No, just a quick one count from Paul Santa. Kick to the gut. James now looking for inside cradle. Wait a second.
It's a brilliant move there for Flamethrower. He got caught with a clothesline.
He almost stole one there, but he just ate all of that clothesline there from Sergeant Ryan James.
Can you imagine the clotheslines from Sergeant? Like, if he has metal in his arms,
No kidding.
he's running into metal plates in his arms.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And it must be hell going through the airport trying to go through the metal detector.
This is very...
I can speak from experience.
Well, there you go. Oh, look at this on the outside. Yeah, Shantikleer. The referee never saw it.
I know, he certainly didn't. But Flamethrower, I'm sure, won't forget the presence of Shantikleer.
Tony's in trouble
And
now.
wait a minute.
Wait, that sleeve that was around his arm. I thought he was injured.
I thought he was injured too. Is this a miraculous healing?
The right arm looks all right to me.
We are in a church.
Yeah, I mean, we are, but
Another kick.
Shantikleer doesn't seem like he'd be too receptive to something like that.
Another kick out at two. A couple of fun facts about old Flamethrower there as he's taking a boot to the face. He told me he cooks minute rice in 58 seconds.
Now, you know, that's a special guy who can do that.
He also told me he can take an apple from an orange tree and make the best lemonade you've ever had.
How's that work?
Apple from an orange tree.
How does
It's
that?
here, yeah. You figure that one out. I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
You should have. That was a look I had on my face when he told me.
I want some now.
Another kick out there from Flamethrower.
Well, if you think that's crazy, I heard that Flamethrower actually built the hospital that he was born in. Now, how do you do that?
I don't know. I don't even know how that's possible.
I had no idea.
This guy's a miracle worker apparently, but right now he's got that boot, that army boot right across the throat. I should say Marine boot.
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise,
well, yeah.
Sergeant will come after
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You don't want to name the wrong branch of the service.
But once
look
again,
at this. Shantikleer.
Shantikleer.
Again on the outside.
Get him out of here.
Choking Flamethrower. Throat first across that bottom rope.
Good Lord. This is civil.
Shantikleer is a problem, and that makes Sergeant James even more dangerous. But nice drop kick
Picture
there.
perfect
From
the sergeant there, and the sergeant for lateral press hooks the outside leg.
Count of two.
You want to know something crazy that I learned about Flamethrower?
What's that?
He can't even read. He just stares down the words until he gets the information in.
I heard that too.
What is
different kind of
this?
cat.
What is this?
All
He's a
kinds of
different
crazy
kind of
facts about
cat.
this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
When he's fighting back there with those body blows, fighting from his knees. There's one right up under the jaw of the sergeant. Into the ropes goes Flamethrower. The high knee lift from Ryan James.
And you know, I'm not exactly sure, to a point that was made earlier, where Sergeant Ryan James has the medal. It could be in any part of his body, including that knee that we just saw.
Another pin attempt there and another 2 count. And James getting livid now, yelling at the referee. The referee just doing his job.
If Sergeant hits Flamethrower with any of the metal plates, it could delude Flamethrower mentally to the point where he is not mentally able to complete the match.
But wait a second, this is the same guy who can't...
Roll up here, hang on.
I don't want to besmirch his mental capacity, but, I mean, he's a guy who can't read.
If you get hit in the head with metal,
Another pin attempt,
you get
another
hit in
2
the head
count.
with metal, you can't mentally.
There's a big
Think.
boot.
So be it.
These military boots, I'm telling you, coming down, those got to hurt a little more than the regular wrestling boots,
I was
would
going to
think.
say, and are they even regulation boots for wrestling?
Hey, he got in here again. He's a
Didn't Sergeant Slaughter wear boots in the matches?
Well, Slaughter did. I don't know if he did in his first match, but...
look out, looking for a sidewalk slam.
And those boots, if I remember, had steel toes in them.
Oof.
That's
And they
true.
were problematic.
And he's good. He might have metal in his feet. We don't know.
Certainly could.
Another pin attempt here. Back press hooks the inside leg this time.
You.
With just another 2 count.
Again.
And again, right here in front of us, Shantikleer wearing this arm sling on the arm that I don't think is even injured. Another 2 count.
Yeah, Tony Flamethrower is in trouble right now. And now I'm intrigued to see where he's going to pull inspiration from at this point. You know, we know that he has to stare at certain information to get it. So it actually makes me wonder how well he did in this 12-week camp.
I tell you what, all the energy he's had to expend trying to kick out after all those pin attempts. He's trying to get back to his feet now, but taking these kicks right to the ribs.
Oh no, look at him. Look at his face. Look at the face of the Flamethrower.
Oh, he just caught that kick, though.
Oh, boy.
Oh, what a right hand right to the forehead of Ryan James and a huge lariat from Flamethrower.
I think this is where Tony becomes a Flamethrower.
Spine on the pine with a massive spine buster.
He's in a completely different gear right now.
I see the flame now, boys.
Absolutely.
He's lighting the flame. Up on the shoulders he goes. Fireman's carry position. No. James able to get free. But not for long. There's a big back suplex. Hooks both legs. Pin attempt here.
Count of 2.
Another 2 count. What a great back and forth matchup we have here. Showcase number 13.
It really is. Both of these guys clearly learned quite a bit in their camp, but only one of them can be a winner. Samoan drop there. Shantikleer distracting the referee right now.
That would have clearly been a 3 count there, but you're right.
And
Atlanta's finest manager extraordinaire up in the ring apron.
oh boy.
And wait a second.
Hi.
Flamethrower just letting the referee know that Shantikleer's faking it. Oh!
I think we can call Shantikleer Shammy Clear because it's a clear slam at this point that he's been faking this the whole time.
And he got taken out by his own man.
We were all hoodwinked. Ooh.
That's right, James.
Bamboozled.
Look out, looking for a massive power bomb. His Flamethrower. Oh,
God.
Nicely done. Will this be enough? And it is.
There it is.
What a match.
Here is your winner, Tony Flamethrower!
Huge win for the the debuting Flamethrower to overcome and kind of reveal all things Shantikleer, and a big, big win here for Tony Flamethrower.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, Adeline Montez.
Well, this should be very interesting. Adeline Montez getting ready to join for, I think this is the first in-ring interview we've had in the history of these student showcases.
As far as I've been concerned, I've been watching the showcases. I don't think we've ever had this before.
This ought to be very interesting. I want to hear what she has to say.
I just want to let these fans know, a lot of people don't realize you were dealing with an injury all throughout the 12-week camp here for Nightmare Factory Camp 13, and you weren't going to be able to have a match here tonight. But we did find out that the doctors have cleared you, so we're hoping that sometime in the near future you will be able to have your first match here with us at the Nightmare Factory. So I'm sure this is going to be exciting for you.
Yes, it really is. Thank you.
Well, oh boy.
Ooh, I know that sound.
Now we know who this is. We can go all the way back to Camp 2 for Hyena Hera, who has been making her way all over the Southeast.
Medically clear?
And she's back home. What
I've
in the
seen her
world?
before.
What does she have to do here with this situation? Oh boy.
Oh my, is it true? I heard Already told me you were medically cleared to wrestle. Is that true? Well, go ahead. Well, congratulations, let's hear it for her. Yeah, let's hear it for her. I'm so proud. Shut up, I'm talking. Chris, don't talk to me like that. Anyway, as I was saying, congratulations. What a story. You came all the way from Chicago. Did a camp?
Knock her out while she's talking. Knock her out while
I'm gonna knock the glasses off you. Yo, shut up.
Good Lord.
And you overcame injury? And I'm over here thinking I'm all dressed up, no one to beat down. But you're in luck. Because as a camper myself, it's my duty and my obligation to give you your first match. And most importantly, your first loss. So what are you going to do about it, Adeline?
Oh my!
Well,
Goodness gracious.
Adeline Montez just said ring the bell.
Get out of there, Brandon.
Are you kidding me?
Come back here, boy.
Well, we got ourselves a match here.
What?
So this is crazy. Adeline was just cleared medically, and now she's got herself her first match. We thought that this might happen somewhere down the road, but her first match is happening right now against the wildly experienced Hyena Hera.
Wow, that got a little out of control there, guys.
Yeah, you gotta be
okay?
careful.
My goodness.
You all right there, boy?
Yeah, Hyena Hera just coming in here and laying the boots now to Adeline. Adeline, oh, with that right hand right to the forehead. Adeline's not even in a wrestling gear.
She certainly isn't. She came out for an interview.
Hyena Hera, that we've seen her before here at the Nightmare Factory. I'm sure you mentioned that already, but she comes out here with that guttural scream, that primal scream.
Absolutely.
And she's not messing around here. I was glad I was wearing my dark pants here tonight.
Well, you know, not only is she a graduate of Camp 2, but she actually competed in the inaugural match for the Nightmare Factory Women's Championship, which we had an opportunity to call a couple of months ago. So this is a very interesting space.
Step in here with me. I'm gonna send you right back to Chicago.
Wow, giving Adeline an earful there. Hyena Hera saying she's going to send her right back to Chicago.
And you know, Hyena's been all over the wrestling world. We've seen her on television in Ring of Honor and AEW.
That's where she's going.
Oh, wow, she's real. Look at this. A little backslide attempt here. Look at that. Adeline Montez. No way.
No way.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, good for her.
And just like that, Montez steals the win there with that backslide from out of nowhere.
You want to talk about a whirlwind?
Wow.
She came in literally 5 minutes ago for an interview, finds out she's medically cleared, gets a match with one of the most experienced graduates of the Nightmare Factory, and wins in less than 3 minutes.
Well, now look out. You thought Hyena was mad before the match.
Boy.
She's absolutely livid right now, man. We
out
still
of
have
her
more to
way.
come. Stick with us, folks.
My father one time, a few years ago, he wrote me a letter and he said, if it wasn't for, living in an oppressed town, you wouldn't have had the incentive to really go out and improve something anymore. But no, I'm sure I would have looked for punk rock, and it just would have been easier for me. I would have gotten into it at an earlier age, and it doesn't really matter what environment you grow up in.
Weighing in at 210 pounds, Space Boy Bruno Belle.
Well, we see the debut of Space Boy Bruno Belle, and it's very interesting, his story. He's kind of a man with no country, which is why he calls himself the Space Boy. He's felt like an alien everywhere he goes, and so he's looking for a place. Perhaps pro wrestling could be his place.
And we'll get to it here in a minute, GB, but it's almost like a re-debut.
Absolutely.
But he's got his hands full tonight.
Currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia, Parker Lee.
I remember him.
I know you do. This guy's been one of the highlights from the Nightmare Factory for the past couple of years. The one and only Parker Lee.
Absolutely. Another graduate of Student Showcase Camp 2. And Parker Lee has been all over the place. One of our favorites, certainly one of the great graduates here, who I regularly liken to a young Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So I think that Space Boy Bruno Belle's going to have his hands full here tonight with the fan favorite Parker Lee.
And you heard me say almost like a re-debut. Well, it was 7 years ago where he trained under WWE's Intercontinental Champion Gunther.
Absolutely.
And they trained with him for about a year, and he only actually had one match back in 2017. That's actually where he met Cody Rhodes for the first time. Cody Rhodes was wrestling over in Germany.
That's right.
This guy met Cody Rhodes, and ever since then thought, you know what? I want to move to America, and I want to train with that guy. Lo and behold, here we are 7 years later.
It is absolutely amazing how these moments tend to come full circle. And now the question is, will Bruno Belle get that second opportunity and make the most of it? Very few times do people get a second opportunity to make a first impression. That's what Bruno Belle has right now.
And he's in there with the, at this point, called the Nightmare Factory veteran, Parker Lee. Of course, Parker Lee, not just at the Nightmare Factory, huge shoulder block there from Belle. Parker Lee has been all over the indies, all over the place, and really been putting in the work. Leapfrog there from Parker Lee. Nice hip toss, takes down Belle.
He certainly hasn't put in the work. And I'll tell you, if you were in the back and you drew the short stick that was Parker Lee, I wonder how nervous you would be, given all that Parker Lee has accomplished in the indies and places of that nature. The thing about all of this experience is when you go to these different places and you wrestle in these different territories, you pick up the experiences from all of the people that you wrestle, which makes you that much more educated, that much more difficult to defeat.
To add on to that, I've been in the business for I've been in the business for 8.5 years. The things that I've learned from being from different independent areas is quite true. That entire statement is quite true. And I hope the same for Parker Lee.
Absolutely, as Parker Lee just ate all that middle turnbuckle there. Now Belle gonna grab a handful of hair, bring it back up to his feet, perhaps looking for a back suplex, and boom, nailed him center of the ring.
It's a beautiful back suplex there, and you got to think if you're gonna take on Parker Lee, what kind of style do you need?
An attempt here, just a 2 count.
Do you decide to go smash mouth? Do you decide to go technical? I think we're learning that from Bruno Belle, exactly where it is that he wants to land.
Absolutely, and as we know, Parker Lee can do a little bit of all of it. And there's a big European uppercut.
That certainly was influenced by Gunther, if you paid attention to Gunther's style over the years.
The man from Palestine really taking it to Parker Lee here. Going to take him on the tour of the ring the hard way. Face first into that top turnbuckle goes Parker Lee.
For Bruno Belle, this is his second match in 7 years, which literally feels like you're starting all over again. And in doing that, you've got to wonder, what new things has he picked up here in the Nightmare Factory as opposed to his year-long training with Gunther.
Now Belle going to try to slow down the pace, gonna cut off that air supply of Parker Lee. Parker Lee now struggling here. There's a crowd trying to fire up Lee.
Certainly are. Bruno Belle, though, you know, he's gone through so many things. He was telling us earlier about how one of the reasons he calls himself the Space Boy is, you know, when he goes to fill out forms and the like, he kind of feels like he's an alien. He doesn't really have a place to call home. And so hopefully he can find his home inside the wrestling ring, and that could certainly be determined based on the outcome of this matchup.
Oh, wow, the strength there from Belle as Lee was looking for that sunset flip, but Belle counters into a Falcon Arrow. Nicely executed there, pin attempt. Look at the aggression there, the way he put that right hand right across the face of Parker Lee during that pin.
You know, I also wonder, for someone who has kind of been wondering in the way, or I should say wandering, in the way that Bruno Belle has, it kind of develops a toughness in him that makes him not worry about whether people like him or not. He just wants to find a place to land.
Absolutely, you see he's got that grit. He's been doing the work the past 12 weeks. One of the standouts here. Now he's laying in those boots, and now the boot right across the throat of Parker Lee, the referee, with the 5 count.
One thing I will say, being trained by Gunther, the hard chops you must have had to have learned from him. I've yet wait to see if there's a chop in Belle.
Well, I can't imagine. We're going to find out at some point, but hey, right to your point there, Jordy.
Look at that.
You spoke it, and it came true.
There it is.
I should do that more often.
And now Parker Lee in trouble, though. He's feeling all of that chop. He's going to catch another one. That Gunther-like chop right to the chest of Parker Lee, turning beet red now.
Parker Lee is trying to absorb that and perhaps use that to his advantage. Whoa! Now that's I think that woke up Parker Lee. Oh! Now that felt like a Gunther chop.
Parker Lee going to answer right back, and now a right hand right up under the jaw of Belle. Going to send Belle across, but he reverses, sends Parker Lee across. The high knee strike right under the chin. And now a blowing the kiss to the crowd here.
That's very unique.
Up goes Parker Lee. Oh, but he turns it into a stunner.
That was beautiful.
What a counter from Parker Lee. Parker Lee, so much taken out of him. Can he take advantage here? But he's rolling the wrong way as he's trying to recover himself.
Well, that's the cool thing for Parker Lee. I think he's rolling in a way that provides distance between him and his opponent, and in so doing, he can recover and kind of be able to do that and get his wits about him as well. And there we can see a big clothesline from Parker Lee and another clothesline.
Parker Lee firing right back. And oh, there's that Pele kick right to the temple. As he kips up, Parker Lee fired up now.
Parker Lee cannot be stopped.
Lee fires in, up over the ropes, out of the ring apron, step up enziguri from the apron. He just rocked. Belle rolls back in. Codebreaker! Codebreaker just took down Belle. Will it be enough? Jackknife pin here. What a matchup we're seeing here, boys.
This is tremendous.
It certainly is. Bruno Belle is probably having to lean on the determination. He literally flew 20 hours to be here. He knows what he wants to do. This is the life that he wants. Oh, but he got, I thought he got caught there.
Almost got caught with another stunner there from Parker Lee, but Parker Lee off the ropes for a back suplex, but he counters out of it. Super kick right to the teeth of Bruno.
Parker Lee got all of that one. Now Parker Lee's going up top.
We saw Parker signal to the crowd. He's going to go to the top turnbuckle. What's he got in mind here? But Bruno's back to his feet too quickly. Parker Lee taking just a little bit too much time.
Bruno keeps blowing these kisses. I'm not exactly sure to whom, but now he's going up to the second rope.
Both men, precarious position here. Bruno Belle looking for a superplex.
Big superplex there.
Both men land hard, center of the ring.
That could do
Belle
it.
capitalize here. He pins. Hooks the outside leg, he got him.
Good for him.
How about that? Bruno Belle win with the superplex.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to take some liberty and say that that particular suplex is called this. They don't talk about Bruno. And that's why they don't talk about Bruno, because Bruno clearly gets a win. He's found his home here at the Nightmare Factory.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Accompanied to the ring by Kyle Antrim, weighing in at 250 pounds from San Diego, California, 220 pounds, from Makula, Montana, Trevor Blackwell.
Well, it's time for tag team action here at Student Showcase 13, and we're looking at the tag team of Reyes, who is accompanied by Kyle Antrim, along with Nightmare Factory veteran Trevor Blackwell.
I want that hat.
I tell you
nice
what,
hat.
you know, R.I.P. Toby Keith. I was backstage earlier and I heard Antrim singing "Should Have Been a Cowboy." Yeah. Oh, he's calling for the mic. Maybe he's going to sing to us.
Well, we'll find out.
Shut up!
Oh, maybe not.
I guess
Oh
not.
my.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kyle Antrim, and I am here nothing but business. I am here representing the future, the next greats of tag team wrestling. Next to me is a man of knowledge, a man of integrity and intensity. He is a man that can break down any opponent's strategy. Trevor Blackwell. And to my left is a man with nothing but determination. Reyes. Now, the next order of business, Revan, Skye, and Xander Lucas. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have them.
Shut up! Shut up!
See, I have the utmost respect for our competitors. They are men of great determination and resiliency. See, Revan had 2 broken ribs and made it to the showcase. Xander has an X-Wing that can plummet you to the depths of hell.
Shut up!
So, to be honest with you, I have nothing against you two, but you're going up against these 2 guys, and this is nothing but business.
Kyle Antrim, more like Kyle Tantrum, am I right?
Well said.
Gravy.
I don't know why you had to introduce everybody. Diana's already in there to do that.
Well, you know.
And she's much better looking.
You get no argument from me.
I agree.
He is the Prince of Chaos, Thunder Lucas.
Wow, the
And
Prince of
his
Chaos.
tag team partner weighing in at 209 pounds, from Columbia Falls, Montana, Revan Skye.
Well, we've got this very interesting tag team of Revan Skye and Xander Lucas.
Xander.
Excuse me. Xander Lucas. Both of these guys from varying parts of the world. You've got Revan Skye coming to us from Montana. But the story of Xander Lucas is very intriguing to me as he comes all the way from North London, England. We're going to have some fun talking about these guys. I'm intrigued to see how well they will partner together.
You know, another quick fun fact here, GB. This is, I believe, the first match in Nightmare Factory history where 2 guys on opposing sides are both from Montana. You got Revan Skye and, of course, Trevor Blackwell.
Very interesting
How about
fun
that?
fact.
Yeah.
Listen, if we're talking about London, England, I want some tea. and
Easy
crumpets.
now. I wouldn't go crazy doing the accent over there. He'll come after us backstage.
That's true.
Careful, Jordy. That was Jordy.
That was completely Jordy.
Jordy's also the one that called him a tantrum earlier. That was Jordy.
Yes, it was.
That wasn't me. All right, got Revan Skye here. And Reyes starting things out. Reyes with a big knee right in the midsection on Skye.
You know, Reyes looks like he really has a strong chip on his shoulder. And, of course, he's got Kyle Antrim in his corner, which I think could be problematic going forward. Ooh, big shoulder block there.
That's a big man.
How about that intensity there? Reyes.
Here's a question. If you're that big, why are you wearing a vest?
Hey, same reason D'Lo Brown wore a vest. I don't know.
I mean,
Why are
hey,
you asking
fair
me?
enough. Listen, I
It's
don't
a
know.
chest protector.
Observe
Oh, look
this.
out. Nice scoop slam there from Revan Skye. Hooks both legs. Will it be enough? Just a 1 count there from Lou Santiago.
I'll tell you why. If any of these guys decide to do a chop, your chest is protected.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is true.
And now in comes Xander Lucas. Very excited to see Xander in the ring here.
The man from North London with the double axe and a right to the arm there, Jay Reyes.
Here's a guy who literally packed his bags from London, England, and came to the States because he simply wanted to do it. Wow.
What a sidewalk slam.
He wanted to do it on his own. He did not want any help. He'd gone through quite a bit in his life. He'd been abused, mistreated, and he's found pro wrestling to be his release. He's found coming to the Nightmare Factory akin to throwing himself in the wilderness to be able to come back as the leader of the pack.
Nice back elbow there from Lucas.
Look at the
Lucas
quickness.
Shot to Blackwell on the outside, but look out. Antrim on the outside, tripping up Lucas.
It's pretty wild to see what Jay Reyes has done in terms of being able to distract the referee and allow Antrim to really get into some things. And now backing into the corner, here comes the far more experienced Trevor Blackwell.
Trevor Blackwell laying those boots to Lucas, and now right hand. Gonna tag Reyes back in. Quick tag there.
It's interesting. Blackwell has become a bit of a tag team specialist over the years. He's been a part of a number of tag teams that's won tag team gold all over the Southeast. And if you remember, he's actually one half of the Nightmare Factory Tag Team Champions.
Absolutely won that on the Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling Show just a few weeks ago. Oh, what a big back elbow there from Reyes. Takes down Lucas once again. Lucas in desperate need of a tag right now.
He certainly is. And Reyes is a bit unassuming. I mean, he walked out kind of quiet, but there's an intensity that he has.
What a neck breaker.
And that intensity is shining through right now.
Pin attempt again, hooks the outside leg, but again, just a 2 count.
The dominance Reyes is performing on Lucas is astronomical.
Yeah, something special here as he tags back in Trevor Blackwell. Blackwell and Reyes firmly in control of this matchup.
And it seems to me like Blackwell has been teaching Reyes a lot of
close.
Whoa, that was extremely close.
Oof.
I could feel that from here.
He's been teaching Reyes a lot of lessons in terms of effective tag team wrestling. Keeping your partner in, or your opponent rather, in your corner, cutting off the ring. And those are the things that we're seeing. Big head of steel. Wow, what an elbow.
Good
Lord.
gracious. It was like all of his body weight into that elbow right in the heart of Lucas.
Yeah, that elbow was really, really powerful there, coming from Jay Reyes.
My goodness, now Reyes, once again, up on the second turnbuckle. Gonna lay in the right hands.
Reyes is really putting the work in right now. And once again, distracting the referee, so now Trevor Blackwell can go ahead and begin to choke and again, cause another advantage, which I don't know that they really need right now, as they're really on top of this matchup.
But you're right, GB, I think Blackwell, all that knowledge from over the years really rubbing off here on Reyes, as Reyes using those dirty tactics with the referee's back turned.
Certainly is, and I'll tell you what, Xander Lucas desperately needs to get to his corner, and he's trying every which way, but it's not working, as once again, the ring literally has been cut in half.
Look at the big man going all the way up top. What's he got in mind?
He took too long.
It backfired as he took a shot to the gut there from Lucas. Blackwell charges in. He eats the ring post, and now finally, Revan Skye back in with a big lariat to Reyes.
Revan Skye with another big clothesline.
Ducks a clothesline from Reyes. Hits a pump kick right to the chest. Revan Skye fired up. This crowd fired up right behind him.
And you can see that kinesio tape on Skye because, again, he broke 2 ribs in the 3rd week of this 12-week training. You know, it takes quite a while for those ribs to heal.
Oh, my.
And now on the outside, Blackwell pulling out the feet.
Oh!
And now he just ate a super kick there from Lucas. Now Lucas and Reyes in the ring. Reyes going to send Lucas across. Lucas counters. And wait a second.
Whoa! Antrim pulled the wrong leg.
Cowboy Kyle Antrim on the outside. He pulled his own guy's feet. And now a big Uranagi. Nice side slam there. And look, back up on the ropes. Revan Skye still on the top. What's he got in mind here? Heads up. What a frog splash there. Hooks the outside leg. Will it be enough? And yes.
Got him.
Wow. Those ribs were healed up just enough to be able to pull off that maneuver. That was a gutsy, risky move there from Revan Skye, but it paid off in the end.
My ribs hurt, but I'm glad they got the win.
My goodness.
Big win there, and shout out to Xander Lucas, whose desire is to someday hold the Pan-African World Championship. He could be making his day 1 onto that show.
Whoa! Well, he's on the right track, but look back in the ring here.
Oh my God!
Oh, they're gonna dump him to the outside. Now Reyes, he's gonna bring Antrim back in, up on the shoulders. Oh, a TKO just laid out their manager.
a short-lived partnership there with Kyle Antrim. I guess he won't pull the wrong leg again.
Hey, should have been a cowboy, but he decided to be a wrestling manager, and tonight was not his night. It did not work out.
It certainly was not. Maybe he can go back to the drawing board and perhaps actually become a cowboy right now.
My goodness, what a match, folks. Stick with us, a couple more to go here at Showcase number 13.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall.
This is number 6.
Team Flex Appeal, I tell you what, Michael Allen, Richard Clark, he's known for the push-ups. Then you got Jonathan Young, he's known for the pull-ups. Look at the physiques on these guys.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they're a dangerous duo, to say the least, and they're going to cause some real problems for a lot of people. I'm very intrigued to see how things are going to kick off for this brand new tag team who looks like they've been in it from the beginning.
Of course, Jonathan Young as well, you might recognize him from Survivor.
He's a survivor. He's not going to give up. He's going to make it. And he did so with a couple of world records to his credit, including the most pull-ups with 100 pounds on his back.
Unbelievable.
That's a monster.
He is a monster.
And their opponents.
Hey, you wish steroids could look this good.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Enrico, Sterdivant, and Daniel Hendricks, the Dog Pound.
Well, it's our first look at the Dog Pound, Enrico Sterdivant and Daniel Hendricks, and you can hear the people are already barking. This whole Dog Pound concept, these guys literally barked all the way through class. And so here they are bringing the bark and hopefully the bite to this tag team matchup.
The Dog Pound, Team Flex Appeal. We're gonna have a good tag team matchup here. This one's gonna be special, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really special. You know, Team Flex Appeal, when you see them, it looks like they could outpower everybody, but they're gonna be challenged because the Dog Pound, they're a pretty big group of guys.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of Daniel Hendricks here.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I can't hear either one of you. I feel like we're at an animal rescue shelter. There's so much barking in here.
A lot
Good
of barking
Lord.
throughout the action building right now for this matchup.
Good gravy.
Well, I'm intrigued to see how push-ups and pull-ups will help in this space and in this match.
There you see Daniel Hendricks starting to bark once again. As Daniel Hendricks, Jonathan Young going to start out here with a collar and elbow tie-up, and both big men colliding here. As Jonathan Young with the advantage here, driving Daniel Hendricks back in the corner.
Now, we've talked about Jonathan Young. On the other side is Daniel Hendricks. Hendricks is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and we know the great wrestling history found in that city. He played basketball at Grant MacEwan University, and he also made his way here to get out of Canada and to start his own independent journey.
Big hip toss there to Jonathan Young from Hendricks. And Hendricks now with the advantage, going to take him into enemy territory. Jonathan Young face first, top turnbuckle. There's a tag.
And here comes Enrico Sterdivant.
Tag team work here. Double shoulder tackle from the Dog Pound.
Let me tell you something.
GB, look out.
Listen, in an era that has leaned small, there is a big space for big men right now, and I think Sterdivant could have an amazing future. A former football player. In fact, he was undefeated when he played 2 years of football, winning state championships and the like.
And now Hendricks back in, going to get sent in by his partner. Big splash in the corner on Jonathan Young. Jonathan Young desperately needs to make a tag. His partner Clark on the other side, trying to reach for the tag here. Clark on the outside with that knee right to the spine of Hendricks, but Hendricks gonna make him pay.
But Jonathan Young is waiting. Massive clothesline.
My goodness.
And that is where you can see all of that pull-up strength showing up. Not only did he do pull-ups with 100 pounds on his back, but he also has the world record for doing a chin-up with 200 pounds on his back. This guy is some kind of strong.
That is inhuman.
Inhuman, and that was a huge stinger splash there from Young before he tagged in Clark. Now Clark back in, the man with the longest name in pro wrestling.
You better believe it, the longest name. Not only does he have the longest name, but he's also in the Hall of Fame. That is the Canadian Push-Up Hall of Fame.
Now look out as you see Sterdivant has the referee distracted, not doing his partner any favors as Hendricks over there getting double teamed by Team Flex Appeal.
Clark somewhat feigned a tag so that the referee could hear a tag even though there was no tag.
Now, what I'm most impressed is with Jonathan Young's athleticism.
Jonathan Young now with the hook, hooks the inside leg.
He has never wrestled before. He's only been doing this for 2 months.
Yeah.
And he is built like a Greek god, and he can wrestle.
He's got quite the look on him, and right now, Sterdivant's in trouble, Hendricks in trouble.
And I certainly think that speaks to the power of what happens here in the Nightmare Factory. These 12-week camps allow you to really look like you've been doing this for 12 months. Impressive what we're seeing here in a big tag into Michael, Allen, Richard, Clark.
That's why it's one of the best schools in the whole world, the Nightmare Factory right here in Georgia.
Absolutely.
As Hendricks in trouble, eating those shoulders in the gut.
If you want to be a part of a future camp, just go to the website, nightmarefactoryga.com. You can sign up today.
Clark going to tag Young back in once again. Hendricks in trouble. Double team work from Team Flex Appeal. Double back elbow. Hendricks goes down. And look at the flex. Appeal right to the chest.
Double elbow.
Of Hendricks. And look at the sit-ups.
Look at that.
So wait, they're known for push-ups and pull-ups, but they're doing sit-ups. They're known for sit-ups as well. These guys do it all.
They do it all. The abs don't lie. And I'll tell you what, not only do the abs not lie, the biceps don't lie, the triceps don't lie. These guys are a problem.
Is there anything they do lie?
Sterdivant is living on the outside, trying to get in here in this match, but Hendricks still in a world of trouble as now Jonathan Young just kind of toying with his opponent here. Look at this.
Oh my.
A standing moonsault. How about that? Standing moonsault from Young, but not going to be enough.
And there we go.
Here are the push-ups.
Now
wait a
this is
second.
the pull-up king.
This is usually Clark's move here.
Exactly. The pull-up king is doing the push-ups. And now I wonder if the push-up king will do a pull-up.
We'll see here, but Clark allowing Young to use one of his moves. That's some great tag team synergy right there.
There certainly is.
Look at the strength. What a scoop slam. And now just mocking Sterdivant on the outside. Hendricks still in big trouble.
Uh-oh. Now we're going to see the master. The master of the... Well, I thought here we go.
Again.
Show off.
The man that's in the Canadian Hall of Fame for the most record push-ups done.
And he's done that. He's won that record now for 3 out of the last 4 years.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, challenge in 2022.
Shoots the half, makes a pin here, but just a 2 count.
And then to come back and make things better in 2023.
Yeah, we knew he was out with that, I think it was a pec tear in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And now that he's recovered, he's looking great. Back at full steam, but now he's in trouble as Hendricks is firing back with those back elbows and big right hands to Young on the ring apron.
Oh, Hendricks needed to focus more on getting to his corner, waited too late, and it gave Clark the opportunity to get up and knock him down.
He's had so much taken out of him, I'm surprised he had any idea of where he might be in the ring.
Great point there.
It's now Young just laying in the boots. Those aren't really boots, those are basketball sneakers.
Yeah, well,
but either way, they're effective.
They're certainly very effective. They've got a lot of stomp behind them.
Hendricks, man, he is just, I tell you what, this team of Flex Appeal doing a great job, veteran-like job for a tag team, cutting the ring in half.
Absolutely, and they weathered the initial storm there of the dog pound.
Hendricks needs to call George Clinton and become the atomic dog.
Oh, maybe that'll help.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right.
I see what you did.
Yeah, my man.
He needs to get this crowd behind him with the barking. I hear the barking coming from the action building here. This crowd's fired up, trying to get behind the dog pound. Oh!
Nobody home.
Now Clark looking for the standing moonsault, but this time nobody home. You're right, Jordy. A massive spine buster. Now can Hendricks make the tag?
The question is, why must I chase the cat? It's nothing but the dog in me, folks.
Yes, sir.
And now the question is, can he make it over to his fellow dog member? And he can't quite yet.
He finally kicks away, and finally there's a tag to Sterdivant. Sterdivant back in, double clothesline.
Here comes Enrico. Suave.
Sterdivant, that is.
There it is.
Back elbow for Young. Scoop and a slam for Clark. Sturdivant on fire now.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at this. He's going to stack him up. Stacking up the team of Flex Appeal.
Let me tell you something about Enrico. Enrico is wildly determined. He wanted to find a job that he would absolutely love so he wouldn't have to go back home. And that's why he's here, but he got caught.
What a power slam from Young. But no, not going to be enough. Enrico able to get that left shoulder up just in time.
An absolutely massive power slam, and now to the top rope goes Clark.
Clark all the way up. Looking for a frog splash. Frog splash is the move of the night, apparently.
It certainly is, and there's a count of two.
Not going to be enough.
This is amazing, boys.
Here comes Sterdivant, and I'll tell you what, this crowd is firmly behind the dog pound.
Clark's livid. He thought that should have been a 3 count, but now both members of Flex Appeal in here, and Sterdivant's in trouble. Oh, but wait a second, down on the floor, there's Hendricks.
Whoa.
Hendricks going to grab Jonathan Young here.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
And they're right out here in front of us.
Oh, gosh.
Little close to
Oh,
cover.
just gets clothesline there from Sterdivant.
Sterdivant just took the head off of Clark.
He was biding his time.
Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
The dog pound. The dog pound has done it here tonight in the Action Building.
They got that atomic dog in them.
Man, what a match.
That or they were influenced by the Dog Father, the Hall of Famer Snoop Dogg. Either way, these guys have got a thing going on, and I think we love it. If what tonight happened, if what tonight predicted and showed us, if anything, these guys have a very strong future.
That, my friends, was a hoss fight.
It absolutely was.
And what a match it was. The dog pound victorious here at Nightmare Factory Showcase number 13.
Congratulations again to Enrico Sterdivant, Daniel Hendricks. I think you guys, if you're promoters watching, you need to pay attention to these two. Very, very strong future, but the same can certainly be said for Clark and Jonathan Young. Flex Appeal.
By the way, that's the dog pound, DAWG. Go Dogs.
Calm yourself, boy.
Sorry. Main event time, boys.
Well, things are getting very interesting as, in case you did not know, this, of course, is wrestling's Warden. He is the inaugural Nightmare Factory champion. And certainly when he won that title, it was a feel-good moment, but this doesn't exactly feel all that great right now.
That's right, it is main event time, and this is for the Nightmare Factory Championship.
I remember that had full hair.
Absolutely. And you're right, GB, when he won the match, the crowd was going crazy. It was an emotional night.
Certainly was.
But yeah, we know the real true side of the Warden, and it's shining lately. And of course, you'll see it here tonight, is not making friends with the fans here in the Action Building.
Certainly isn't. And this is the very first time that the Nightmare Factory Championship has been defended here at a student showcase. And we're going to learn more about his opponent, who I'm very intrigued to tell the story of Shawn Moore. We'll get the official introductions from our award-winning, 4-time award-winning ring announcer of the year. This is Diana Michelle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall and is for the Nightmare Factory Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at 210 pounds, from the 306 Canada, Shawn Moore! And his opponent, he is the Nightmare Factory Champion, Wrestling's Warden, Adrian!
Let me tell you, nobody does a championship introduction like Diana Michelle, and this is certainly setting the mood for a big fight feel here in the main event of Student Showcase Camp 13.
Absolutely, and you heard the crowd reaction there as Diana was announcing the competitors. The crowd firmly behind the challenger here tonight, Shawn Moore. and really letting Adrian Ward, Wrestling's Warden, have it here, who is the defending champion here tonight.
Certainly is the Nightmare Factory Championship, an absolutely beautiful title. We've got the bell, and here's what's interesting. Most of the competitors tonight were having their first match ever. That is not the case here for Shawn Moore. Shawn Moore is a 10-year wrestling veteran. So you may be wondering, why is somebody who is currently at the New Japan Dojo, who's appeared on Ring of Honor, AEW, and TNA, why is he here? Well, he's here because he won a Wrestling Academy contest in Canada, sponsored by Jacques Rougeau, earning the right and was handpicked by QT Marshall to be here at the Nightmare Factory.
And that's just it. You can have all sorts of experience, but even so, it just shows the fortitude of this guy to want to still do the work, to want to still hone his craft and come to one of the best schools in the world right here at the Nightmare Factory.
Absolutely. We've seen a number of people with varying experience make their way here to the Nightmare Factory. Whether you're brand new to the business or you've been in the business for quite some time, there's something special that the Nightmare Factory can teach you. And shout out to Shawn Moore, who's getting learning from all over the place, whether it is the LA Dojo for New Japan Pro Wrestling or right here at the Nightmare Factory.
Now the Warden going for a lockup. Quick go behind there from Shawn Moore. Shawn Moore clearly with the quickness advantage here.
Shawn Moore representing Saskatchewan, Canada, a.k.a. the 306, and he would love nothing more than to take the Nightmare Factory Championship International back home to Canada.
Moore there with the hammer lock on the much larger opponent, but now a cheap shot there as Warden was tied up in the ropes and came back with that forearm right to the chin.
I got to talk with Moore in the back before the show.
Oh, impressive.
Whoa!
Ooh, and he says that his fighting style is very Tyson-like, very aggressive. And I'm wondering if we will see that in this match tonight.
Well,
absolutely, already looking like a little pit bull out there. Unbelievable.
You better believe it. Extremely aggressive right now.
Kip up.
I'll tell you what, physically.
Uh-oh. How about that? An elbow chant from the great crowd here in the Action Building.
Which I don't know if that's a smart move to kind of decide already and to telegraph that. Oh,
look at the athleticism. Oh, from the top into an elbow drop right to the heart of the Warden. Pin attempt here, lateral press.
Count of two.
Not going to be enough.
Goodness.
I'll tell you, this is exciting. Shawn Moore physically reminds me of the build of another former Ring of Honor World Champion. That would be Jonathan Gresham.
Absolutely. He tried to show off the strength there, but couldn't quite get the Warden up on his shoulders. The Warden slipped off the back, and now the Warden back to the advantage. Face first into the top turnbuckle goes Moore.
And here's the thing, Warden is very, very unorthodox.
Gracious.
Wow. Here's a guy who literally was living in a van when he became part of the Nightmare Factory. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
He became part of the Nightmare Factory. In addition to living in a van, he went through immense personal struggle where he lost his brother to violence and there was no justice served. So he's carrying all of that pent up frustration in him now that he has a championship that he can call his own.
All that pent up aggression here, IGB has been letting it out on all of his opponents. And right now, Shawn Moore, that opponent here tonight.
You said that he was living in a van. Did it happen to be down by the river?
It did not.
It was not.
Sure?
Lateral press.
It was actually outside the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah.
That's
behind
fair.
the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah, that's where
not
it was.
by a river.
That makes sense. Okay.
I see where you're going there, Jordy. Unfortunately, that joke has been used quite a bit.
I had to try.
It's all right. It's okay.
Oh, wow. What a big right hand
Back
there
to the
from
action
Shawn
here.
Moore.
Back to the action as the Warden going to fire right back with that right hand to Moore.
And I think that if Moore decides, I think if Moore decides to really go the brawling style, that actually favors the Warden.
And the Warden going to pin him a little arrogant there. A pin with one knee.
Yeah, you can tell wrestling's Warden feels that much better because he has a championship. The great Booker T tells us that whenever you win a championship, you automatically become 30% better, and we can already see that here with wrestling's Warden.
Not only that, but you paint a huge target on your back. Everybody's out for you. Everybody's after you. And in this case tonight, Shawn Moore is after that title. What a huge opportunity for his graduating Camp 13. Oh, just a 2 count. And what if he could get a win here tonight and win the championship? That would be huge.
I was going to say, what a graduation gift it would be to win the Nightmare Factory Championship.
Warden trying to retain the title here. Again, these repeated kickouts going to take a lot out of Shawn Moore.
Especially when the Warden is putting all of his weight on, and that's what he's doing, which makes it that much more difficult to kick out.
Warden, of course, taking advantage of the referee's 5 count. Taking every bit of time there.
Warden is just kind of living in this moment right now. You've got to think, here's a guy who at one point never thought he would hold a championship, and now he's got a title, but I don't think he's taking too kindly to what these people have to say about it.
This man seemed very vocal.
Absolutely. We've got a great crowd here tonight in the Nightmare Factory Showcase number 13 here at the Action Building, Canton, Georgia. Great crowd on hand. And they're getting quite a show, quite a main event here for the Nightmare Factory Championship.
Again, it's the first time ever that the Nightmare Factory title has been defended here in the main event of Student Showcase 13. So this is pretty exciting. And you got to think, all of the students might have been clamoring for this particular opportunity, but only one could get it, and that, of course, is Shawn Moore.
Well, the Warden missed with his chop, and of course Moore connecting with all his chops, and of course the Warden not taking too kindly there as he misses with a clothesline, eats a big right hand from Moore. And another one. And another one.
Bring in DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one.
The Warden getting rocked here as he's up against the ropes. You see Shawn Moore going to wind up, and there it is, one big one for good measure.
Wind me up, Chuck.
Warden going to get sent across. No, big counter. Going to shoot Moore across. And how about that jumping clothesline from Shawn Moore and another one.
And
again.
the follow through with that clothesline is what's super impressive. And he gets up high on that drop kick.
The 10-year veteran here showing off his skills. Of course, a standout over the past 12 weeks. As we've mentioned, you get all walks of life come through the Nightmare Factory. Some of the most inexperienced, some with quite a bit of experience. In this case, Shawn Moore, 10 years, and he's showing off that skill right here tonight.
Absolutely, and I'm sure they have paid attention to where the graduates from the Nightmare Factory have landed.
My.
What a crossbody from the top for the title.
Count of 2.
Ooh, goodness.
You know, we talk about where those graduates have landed. We always think about the main event of Student Showcase number 1, which featured a certain Carly Bravo, who is now signed, of course, to AEW. We can rattle off the list of people that have come through the Nightmare Factory and that have found their way on national promotions, and certainly winning this Nightmare Factory Championship could propel you to even more.
So much pain in the lower back there for Shawn Moore. Can't quite get the Warden up. The Warden going to turn it into the gut buster to retain the title. Will it be enough? Ooh. Moore barely, and I mean barely, gets that right shoulder up.
Now the question is, can Shawn Moore pull from all 10 years of those experience? Can he pull from winning the Wrestling Academy contest? Can he pull from the dojo in New Japan to translate that into becoming a champion?
Now here's a question for you boys. If you're handpicked by QT and in a competition run by Jacques Rougeau, does that give you a slight bit of overconfidence, a chip on your shoulder, if you will?
No, I think actually that puts more pressure on you.
Second for the title, no.
I think that puts more pressure on you because you've got the cosign of 2 wrestling legends. You do not want to let them down when they have put their stamp of approval on you.
That's fair
And
enough.
you got to think somebody like the Warden, he knows that as well. So he doesn't want this guy coming in here. The Warden's been a standout of the Nightmare Factory for 2 years now, and now he's the champion. He doesn't want this new guy coming in here and stealing his shine.
Absolutely, but it could happen right now.
Uh-oh.
They got caught.
Look out. Oh, wait a second. The referee just got caught by the boots inadvertently. And wait a second, the referee, but he's slow to make the count here. Had the referee not gone down, he might have counted that a little quicker. Warden would have retained the title.
I've never seen a referee get up that fast from being hit.
Well, he understands. He understands the assignment. The assignment is wanting to make sure we're good here with this championship.
No.
Oh, no, wait a second. Oh! Wait a second.
You aren't getting up from that one. Oh my!
The ref is in big trouble now.
Referee in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh my God!
Huge running knee strike from Shawn Moore.
And
that should do it. We should have a new champion.
We absolutely should.
Can we get another ref out here?
Let me get another ref out here.
Here comes Paul Santo, the other ref.
Here we go.
1, 2, we're gonna have a new champ.
Oh,
unbelievable.
That was a literal. Now we got a crossface.
He transitions. More transitions into the crossface. Will the Warden tap? Will the Warden tap?
We could have a new champion on our hands here. Will he pass out?
The Warden a long way from the ropes. Shawn Moore's got it locked in tight.
Shawn Moore doing all that he can to become champion here. He'd love to become the second ever Nightmare Factory champion.
And look at the strength of the Warden, though, somehow making it back up to his feet. He was in that hold for a long time, but now he's back up. Oh, wait a second. Moore now, finally gonna get the Warden up on his shoulders.
He muscled him up.
The strength of Moore.
Oh my God.
Oh, Death Valley Driver. Death Valley Driver. Will it be enough? Can he capitalize?
We could have ourselves a new champion on deck. We're 3 seconds away.
Good gravy.
Pin attempt. We're gonna have a new champ.
He got him.
Unbelievable.
He got him.
Unbelievable. We've got a new champ.
Wow.
Shawn Moore does it. Shawn Moore does it.
Here is your winner and new Nightmare Factory champion, Shawn Moore.
Well, history has been made. We've got a brand new Nightmare Factory champion in Shawn Moore.
Lou Santiago.
Wait a minute.
What's happening? Lou Santiago, the original official of the matchup, saying the Warden's arm was under the bottom rope.
The pinfall was not valid. Warden's arm was under the rope. This match will continue.
Oh, wow.
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 Oh, man, I thought we witnessed history.
A historical moment there. Shawn Moore becoming the second ever Nightmare Factory champion, but it looks like this match is going to be restarted.
And so we just heard the bell. So again, this is kind of...
Oh, no, wait a second.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my.
And now Paul Santa takes over officiating duties, and there's the Valley of Ashes.
Oh, no.
Valley of Ashes from the Warden. Will it be enough?
Oh, wow.
And the Warden retains.
Wow.
Hello. Easy, easy. Oh, my.
Adrian Ward retaining the title here tonight. What an unusual and shocking series of events that just transpired here.
Literally grabbing this from the Valley of the Shadow of Death, where it looked like he was no longer champion, but his arm was under the rope, and the original referee was in perfect position to see that, and he had to do the right thing, reversing the decision, restarting the match. And unfortunately, Shawn Moore's dreams just went up in smoke.
But you know what? We got to see that. We got to run that one back.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Because that was one heck of a match, one heck of a main event here. Now, wait a second, the Warden's coming back down to the ring.
Uh-oh.
Boy, are they going to run it back?
Well, the Warden officially retaining the title here after the controversial ending.
I'm not done with you. You want to fight? I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to hurt you.
Wait a second.
Oh, boy.
I ain't afraid of you.
The Warden getting right in the face of Shawn Moore. Shawn Moore's not backing down.
Wait, they're not done.
But the Warden now, that knee to the midsection, now laying it in with a big chop from the Warden.
Now, this is very...
It's mine. No one else's.
I mean, the match is over. There's no need for this, no call for this.
It's absolutely over.
But wait a second, we recognize that music.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second.
It's the head coach of the Nightmare Factory, it's QT Marshall.
It certainly is.
What is the boss doing?
QT with a diamond cutter. Bang!
Wow.
What was that?
Diamond cutter from QT Marshall.
QT Marshall. Not going to stand for this kind of foolishness here. Raising the hand of Shawn Moore. And there's unquestionably controversy surrounding the Nightmare Factory Championship, but QT Marshall's going to make sure that things are done the right way around here.
Attaboy, boss.
And how about that? Shawn Moore handpicked by QT Marshall. Marshall coming out here making the save, laying out the Nightmare Factory champion, the Warden with a diamond cutter.
And as good of a feel-good moment as that was, the record books will still say that your winner, hashtag and still, Nightmare Factory champion is wrestling's Warden, Adrian Ward.
Well, GB, before we send the folks home, tell them how they can find out about the Nightmare Factory.
Absolutely. If you want to be a part of this amazing camp, you can head to NightmareFactoryGA.com. You can get all the information there about how to sign up and be a part of the next camp.
Well, for Diane and Michelle, for the great Jordy, for the great Gerard Bonner, I'm Brandon Benefield. This has been Nightmare Factory Showcase number 13. We'll see y'all next time.
This is where we do the work.
Woo!